30 is card news, GDP for the Canadian dollar. Okay. So at 1:30, maybe we can have something for card can come in at that time. Okay. But for now, we are good to go. So let's just touch 1, 2, 3 things, and then we call it a weekend so that we can grab some rests. And what's I'm tired of hearing my voice already. Okay. So AUD NZD, AUD CHF is still dropping. So yesterday we said that you can either enter, because you see this whole place is the fair value gap, and when you take liquidity, when you take liquidity, anything can happen. That means the trade can start at any time. It's not a must that because you have taken liquidity, price needs to still trade to the extreme before it starts to drop. Who is joining call and leaving his mic on now? All right. So as I said, we have taken liquidity, we have tapped into the fair value gap, and then we came very close. I came very close to the other block, but we did not touch the other block. So I said yesterday that you have the option of either holding for the other block, or you just enter straight from where price was, I think somewhere here, if I'm not mistaken. Somewhere price was somewhere here that yesterday. So it has, done this move. So we are still looking at it to see how it fares, right? Looking at it to see how it fares. We're not doing anything much for it. We are still believing that the drop will come in. So that's nothing much. Right? Daily. See that daily took its body. Please mute yourself. God. Don't worry, I muted everybody. Please don't mute yourself again. Thank you. Okay. So daily took here with the body. So we know the idea now. When daily takes with the body, what always happens is that we look for sell. So we look for the expansion that's funded sales to trade. So normally the first expansion that funded sell is supposed to be this guy, but this guy did not do well. So that means this guy was where price was coming from, this expansion here. So you can see that price has reacted off that one very nicely. You see the wicks that came into the market, and then we have been dropping. So even if there's another push, maybe at least we can expect, if there's another push up, may just be to sweep here and then drop. Is that okay? And then price actually has the way to fall from here all the way down. Something happened like this on I think it's another CHF pair. I think NZD CHF yesterday. Price did not have to touch the hair. See there. You see that there was a trade. There's another block here. Okay, let's go from the higher time frame. You see, NZD CHF has been dropping, so I've been sweeping with body, taking with body, all of that. So price coming back like this was just like a retracement to come for this expansion that was here before falling again, So see what happened on the daily now. Going to the daily, you see that there was this fair value gap between here and here, right? And their key level, there was this key level that was lying down inside of it. So what happens now is that when price enters this place, what did he do? Go to the 4 hours time frame. You see, price just did an expansion on the 4 hours time frame to the downside. Are you seeing this? Expansion to the downside. Then what now happened? On the 1 hour time frame, you check, is there a fair value gap on the 1 hour time frame to validate your entry? Yes, there was a small fair value gap, but it was there. So you would have also entered using this other block. So this is the sell that happened. So if you were still waiting for the trade to come inside here, you see that you would have missed it. I don't know if I'm getting my point. You see that when you sweep, when liquidity is swept and the fair value gap is tapped, right? Anything can kick into the market at that point in time. So we are very, very, cautious. If you see a change of character, an expansion in your direction, you can start looking for a trade, because it's not every time that price will want to go for the extreme. There are times, yes, it will go, but it's not every time. The moment liquidity price goes to do 2 things. Number 1 is to attack liquidity. Number 2 is to to rebalance old imbalance. So price wants to attack liquidity, and then it wants to what? It wants to rebalance all the old imbalances. So when these two things are done, price can start its movement. Price does not care about your order block, does not care about your fancy whatever it is you're using. So that's what happened there. So that is why, and then same thing is being replicated on AUD and AUD But let's see how it goes. Okay. So let me say something for NZD-JPY very quickly. It's already kicking up. So see what happened on NZD-JPY. I'm on that trade. So I'm expecting more buys. I'm on that trade. So we took this low. Can you see we took here with week this time around? So when we take with week, what do? We like to expect a buy even till the high that created this low, right? That's how it is. But at least we are going to buy till the premium zone. So if I'm to plot my fib, you see that anywhere inside this zone is a premium zone, and then price can come inside that zone. So you see that my buy is still very much in the discounted areas. All right, very good. So as we took that zone with a week, you see that NZD-JPY started buying. So yesterday, as in last week, we had this big push here that created an expansion here. Can you see? We had this big push because there's an expansion there. All right. So now on the daily, so yesterday or that last week also had this high. So this week took that last week's high. Let me show you. This week came. This was last week, Abi. So you see today Monday that just passed took last week's high. And then what did it do? Normally, when you take a previous week high, what should happen? Should the price is supposed to fall down? Price is supposed to do this and then we trade to the low of that candle, right? But what happened? Price took previous week's high and they did a new expansion to the upside. So that is a sign that price wants to do what they call continuation. Price wants to continue. All right. Continuation wants to come into the market. So what's going to happen now is that go to the 4 hours time frame. We now saw what? We now saw this key level. See this key level, this resistance zone that was disrespected, and then it also came with imbalance in the market. That is why this zone looked very good for a buy. Is that okay? So I'm currently on this buy. So we'll just see how the trade goes. Here we take our risk and then we accept the outcome. We are not being fidgety about our trade. So if you're going to join in, it's going to be a market execution. Your SL should be below this candle at least. Let me see if I can just call the SL. I'll call only the SL because it's a market execution trade. The SL is 87.879. Okay, so let's see how this one goes. That's the SL, and then the TP. Of course, you can when you get to this high, you can book some profit. But this high is your TP, like your major TP for now, since that is like a major high. While we still have the main high that is up here, but for now, let's not be greedy. Let's be the whole small. So this one now is the high that we're going to look out for first of all. Okay. So let me see if I can. Sorry. Okay. TP is 89.069. All right. So that is that. Let's see how NZD-JPY plays out. There was a continuation trade like this yesterday on one of these currencies. I think AUD-NZD is a very nice continuation play yesterday. I think it's almost hitting TP now. Let me see if I can spot it out. The same thing. After taking a previous day high, yeah, we can take previous week high, take previous day high. So we took previous day high at this point. Then what the price do? Instead of price going to go and sell, after taking previous day high here, instead of price giving us a expansion to the downside, what does it do? It rather does what? Expansion to the upside. And then the expansion in this case was what? Was a fully bullish engulfing candle here. See the way this candle here engulfed this one totally. So that means that's an expansion. Engulfing is also an expansion. So going to the 1 hour time frame, this guy now presented itself. The same thing that's happening on that NZD-JPY. See, this place was like a key level. This one was even kind enough to give us what? To give us trendline liquidity build up at the area. So price just came, tapped on it, and then started going. So this was supposed to be a re-entry. Was supposed to be a re-entry, but price has not done that. You see, the thing, like I said, price does two things. When it attacks liquidity and feels imbalance, this is the liquidity here. When it attacks liquidity and fill up all this imbalance that you're seeing here, price does not even want to look at anybody's face again. It will just be going. So if you are lucky that price even comes to tap your re-entries along the line, then enjoy yourself. But you see the way price works. So if you see a point where there is imbalance, where there is liquidity, and price takes that zone, you can just do well to enter your trade, and then you play along. So that is the same thing we are having here. You see, we have 2 hours is what gives us that. The imbalance is on 2 hours. So you see that there is a big imbalance here. There is also liquidity build up here. So I take my trade and I allow the trade to run. So anything that happens, I've accepted the outcome before I even took the trade. Okay. Somebody asked on the call, on the group chats this morning, how do you maintain your this thing when taking a trade, and you're not when the trade is retracing? And then I was going to answer before Mr. Jerry came and answered, and it's the same thing I was about to say, that when you have accepted your risk on a trade, right, when you have put in your parameters and everything, the remaining is stop loss or take profit. If it goes to stop loss, fine. If it goes to take profit, still fine. There is nothing else you can do again about it. So that is trading for you. Okay. So let's do Euro CHF. I don't want to waste time. Today is Friday. I think that's the only trade. This NZD JPY is the only trade I'm looking at for today. So, I'll just give direction for the rest of the call. All right. So Euro CHF, yeah. You see that we took here with week. So what are we trying to do? We're trying to buy. Abi? Good though. So this was the last expansion on the daily time frame. This guy here is what I'm looking for, price to come back here to tap. So if I go to the H4, do we have those two things I mentioned? Do we have liquidity and imbalance? Yes, we do. We have imbalance, a big one, and then we have some liquidity build up. So if price can drop okay, what are we going to do? We're going to target this high first, and then our overall target is going to be where? The high that created this low. The high that created, see, something. This is what happens. Abi? So this is the sweep. This is where we're coming from. So normally price should target this high. But not every time will price do this. Price can go up and come down. So if you can start targeting all those small highs that are along the line, all these ones, or even the ones, just the next high after your trade has been triggered, be taking profit along the way, because it's not every time that price will come back. But normally this is where price should go for, right? But price has a mind of his own. It can stop somewhere here in the premium area and start to reverse. And then, your trade may come invalidated. So if you see all this, like I said, if you enter a trade, from here, you can take here, right? You can take something here. If it comes down again and enter a re-entry, you can take something here again. Just like you can never go around taking profits. If you have round tripped profits before, you know what I mean. Round tripping profit simply means that you saw a very good profit, and you refuse to secure something. You just let the trade open, and then the trade goes back to either hit your break even or your stop loss. Something like that happened to me on gold just a few weeks ago. Very good trade. Trade has gone, right? Just see the trade here, see the TP here. Just for it to just go and tap. I said, make I leave them. I didn't even secure TP. I didn't secure partials, anything. I said, make I leave them, you go touch. My brothers, my sister. Good turned around though. And that's how the trade went back to break even. So that is that. So let's just learn to be taking money in the markets every time we can, so that we don't fall victim of circumstance. All right, so let's continue. So Euro CHF is a direction for us there. Let's see something. I think I saw something for GBP JPY. Something for GBP JPY. What was I saying? Okay. Yeah, there was this you see, price did liquidity and imbalance. See it here, liquidity and imbalance. So price did what? Price tapped it. Yeah, swept the liquidity, tapped the imbalance, and did what? And went. This was also a key level here, that price interacted with in the past, came back to do the same thing again. So now moving on today, what do we see? What is the last expansion that funded all this, that funded this buy. If you're going to line charts, you see that we have expansion here. We also have expansion here, right? We also have expansion there. So you see that between the Fibonacci between here, if you want to draw from here to here, right, is an area that a price can retrace into. All these areas are areas that price can retrace into before continuing the buy distance. So you see that there's another form of this thing here. I'm not in a hurry to enter the trade, but even this point is a little bit high. I was looking at down here, Seth. Let me see if I can show you. See there. I was looking at this other block here. So that block is very nice. There's more discount, more cheap price that you can look to buy from. But the moment price enters my discounted areas, I'll start looking for buy opportunities. Is that okay? So GBP JPY, this is looking very good because now that we have done this, we have come back for here again. Is it not this high that we should go for? So that we can do our higher highs and higher lows. So you see that that is the laws of market structure being fulfilled. So you see, that's how we do it. That's how we get our high time frame point of interest and target. Because every trade that you're entering, you need to look at a possible target before you even enter the trade. Okay. So that's that. What else do we have? I think there's something for Euro USD. Something for Euro USD. All right. So Euro USD resumed. Euro USD resumed the downside movement yesterday. Very nice push down. See, very nice push down. So I was interested in here. So I said, let me go and see what's happening in that point on the lower time frame. And it gave us a very beautiful key level here. Sorry, a very beautiful key level is lying down here. Then what do you see? This zone has a huge imbalance here. Has a key level, huge imbalance. So this guy now can serve as what? The liquidity for that zone. So what's going to happen is that I'm expecting before, because you see this low now is your drawn liquidity. This low is your drawn liquidity. So I'm seeing if price will be kind enough to come inside here first before dropping. If it comes here first, we just look to sell. Just look to sell from here up till this point. But if it comes to the drawn liquidity first, that's your target first, you can hold off your sell. So I spotted this and I thought it's wise to share with us here. You see that we say something that all of this was a place that EU will do small rejection, is it not? And it rejected. But what is the overall target, the overall movement? This was the overall movement. So when price comes here, he has to come back and do what? And continue. Then to do it again, continue. So all of this one that happened here was just how do I call it? It's like price just reacting to liquidity that, oh hey, internal range liquidity that was lying down here to give us some of this push. But EU know, me and you, we know that EU wanted to do what? To fall. So at the end of the day, the fall is imminent. It's going to happen. Is that okay? So that's what happened here on EU. So I'm expecting that EU should still come inside here before dropping. So if it does that, that would be nice. If it doesn't, and it runs to DOL first, that is still very fine. That's very fine. You see, we don't chase it. The same thing for NZD USD. NZD USD. Now the people that want to buy NZD USD from here, you are not wrong, but let me show you something on the monthly time frame. See where we are coming from on the monthly. Are you seeing? This is a very major distance. See, we took here with body on the monthly time frame, right? So price doing something like this is coming into what? Is coming into the premium zones to continue. So yes, will there be some buy rejections? Yes, there will be. There will be some buy rejections from all these areas. But we know that, in the long run, we're looking to sell. And you see, this place was supposed to be a buy zone, this place here. But why did this sell that was here, this small sell, why did it give this big drop? Even as we're coming out from this buy, it's simple. Because overall, we are supposed to be bearish. So all these buys are just a way to engineer liquidity. Now, what do you see that happened this week? Price came for this expansion. And swept previous week high also. So price should come for previous week's low. Can you see this thing that we have been teaching you here? Price came for expansion. And then as a mean of confluence inside that expansion, price also did what? price also swept previous week's high here. So normally price should come for previous week's low, and that is the reason why those cells have been pumping in non-stop. So let's go to the daily now to see. What do you see on the daily time frame? You see that we had an expansion here. There's an expansion on the daily time frame that even has some fair value gap there. And then this place is also a very powerful key level on the H4. Now, I don't know how strong liquidity. This is our draw on liquidity here. So anything that makes NZD-USD to come here first, we are going to know that we have finished the story. Can you see how we're just dropping? All of this now, doesn't all of this move now seem like liquidity for you? That price wants to just sweep and then drop. I don't know if we are together. So that's the way this thing works. So it's either it will come here to drop, or this expansion that is trying to happen here will be very solid. Let me check the 1 hour time frame. Let me check the 1 hour time frame if there's something good there. Well, it's not bad per se. There's another block here, and there's also something here. All right, but you enter on lower time frame confirmation. All right, like 5 minutes, even lower. There's a reason why I'm saying that. Okay, so you see, this is something that's happening here. We had the first expansion here on the 4 hours. Another expansion is happening again. So we like to work with the most recent expansion. So if price comes inside here, it's not bad if it sells from there, right? This kind of thing happened on GBP card, right? It's not bad if it sells from there. Are we together? So that is that. So let's see. We have 25 minutes for this candle to close. So when this candle closes bearish and confirms this new expansion, I'll now see, okay, when price trades back into this place, will it give me something on, let me say, the M15? The reason I'm looking for expansion on the M15 or lower is because there is still something here. So if you're going to be entering from here, price has to tell you, oh, okay, I actually want to trade from here, or then you trade from there. Is that okay? When I have two POIs, I like to look for re-entry or confirmation on the first POI. Is that okay? So this is my first POI, and this is my main POI. If I'm going to be trading from here, I need to have a reason, to say, okay, I'm fine with trading from here. But this is a valid expansion that is waiting to happen. So I hope I'm making sense, and I hope I'm not confusing us. Okay? I hope I'm not confusing us, and it's very, very clear. All right, so let me touch gold. Gold may be my last. Gold, one or two things. What is gold saying? Okay, so we had a buy. We had a buy for gold here. We're trying to buy gold from this fair value gap, but it did not come, and it ran to take profit. That's fine. That's fine. Let's go to our time frame and see something on gold. What's gold saying? Now, I remember saying that we're supposed to look for on a buy. Okay. Let's also look for a buy. But see something. You see, it's good to be very, very adaptable to the market. That buy we're looking for was supposed to end where? Was supposed to, let me use trading view line so that it doesn't disappear. That buy was supposed to end here, right? Now let's go to the weekly time frame. Sorry, is it the daily time frame? So you see that buy was here. That buy was supposed to come and end here. Now, what did price do? Price came today and has swept previous day's high. And then as a confluence, price is also reacting offwards off this. I'm seeing some sort of key level that is lying down here. Can you see? I think Mr. Val drew this area some days back. This whole area, that this is an area that a gold may experience some sales. And then I've come to analyze it to see that it's very valid. See something. This place here, price was here, came back again, played with that same place again, and then it now broke that place. So price coming back to that place to do what? It should sell. Now stay with me. What has happened now? The daily time frame now. Let me delete this now. I'm done with this. The daily time frame now has swept previous day high. So upon mitigating this key level, it swept previous day high. So that's another sign that we should go down. But has 4 hours time frame given us expansion yet? No. Can you see that this is not an expansion? This is weak. See, this is not expansion. Expansion is body closure. Expansion is body closure. Let the body of the candle come and close to confirm expansion. Stay with me. Let's go back to the daily time frame. Now, are you seeing that we want to sell from here, but our step one is done? Step 2, which is confirming that this thing by either giving a fully bearish engulfing candle or a proper expansion on the weekly on the 4 hours line chart, has not yet happened. So I cannot sell yet. But if something happens today and then I get a fresh expansion to the upside like this, is it not a sign to buy? I don't know if I'm making any sense to anybody. We are dealing with the way price moves here, right? Now, instead of H4 breaking structure like this to confirm that sell, H4 now goes to do something like this. This is being adaptable. This is being flexible. Because I have a bias does not mean I should close my eye to the current price action of what price is trying to do. I don't know if you understand. If I get an expansion here like this, I'm going to look for a confirmation here. Confirmation though, before I trade, because price can still want to come and do something like this. So confirmation is very, very important at this point in time. I don't know if we are together. So higher time frame is showing this sell. Daily time frame has swept previous day high. So H4 ideally should do something like this so that we can do what we can sell. But H4 isn't doing that yet, right? H4 is just playing in this range. So what do? We leave the trade alone until it gives us an expansion either to the downside or to the upside. This is where patience comes in. Are we together? This is where patience comes in. Gold has been very, very funny of late. So what we have to do is to wait for it to reduce the noise, all the thing that is playing around, wait for it to always, finish up so that we can now enter. Thank you, Mr. Henry and Bridget. All right. So you see how we do it now. Don't be in a hurry to lose money. Calm down. If you are to if you have to lose money, at least let it be that you lost money in a proper way, not that you lose money from all this rubbish price action that's happening here. So you see that daily is giving us two confluences to sell. So we have on your marks now. But you see, get set has not yet entered. So if get set does not enter, we cannot go. Are we together? So let get set enter first before we go. So if for some reason this get set that we want here does not happen, and then we get another get set like this, another on your mark here, I'll now say, oh, okay. I'll look for here to do what? To give me get set. If here give me get set, I will now go. Are we together? So that is that. So please calm down. Calm down for gold. Don't rush for anything for now. Is that okay? Don't rush for anything. Thank you very much, Oluti. So I think that's that. I said I don't have much for currencies today. I think I've pretty much exhausted what I was to do. Let's touch synthetics now so that we
Yes,
can
sir.
call it
Sir, do you know if you take GBP,
JPY.
Yes, sir.
I did not. I think I did that now. Oh, okay, something is here for. Let me check. I'll check it now. I checked it now. I checked it, but I'll check it again. I'll look at it again for you.
Okay, sir.
See that thing I just said here. Is it? See, oh, stay with me. Oh. You see how we are very, very smart about these things. We have a high on the weekly time frame like this. That is taken. Now, as this high was taken here, what should we do? Daily should do like this, and then we sell. Now, what did daily do? So we had our on your mark. I went to go and check for get set. Now, what did the daily do? Let's check the daily. Now, daily was supposed to give us, after taking the high, was supposed to give us a proper expansion. But you see, daily did not give us fully bearish engulfing. Neither did they give us a line chart expansion. But daily came back to give us what? A fully bullish engulfing candle formation. So instead of daily giving us this, daily went to do this instead. So is that not a sign that we have a new on your mark here? And when price comes here, price should do get set. And then we go up to this point. Are we together? Now let's go to H4. What is your H4? See H4 now. H4 is giving us what? A key level. A key level. And then H4 has gone on to print what? To print liquidity. So if price should come inside this place and start giving us a reason to buy, why won't we buy up to this point? We should buy up to that point now. I don't know if I'm making any sense. And then there's also another place here. There's also another place here. I like when price interacts with an area over and over, and then it goes to destroy that area with what? With an imbalance. It shows me that price that area is like a magnet. It's like a magnet that price will come back for that area, in the future. Is that okay? Wow. So that is the view for CHF-JPY. So GBP JPY, Abi?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What's the yeah, analyze it. See it here. We said that okay. We said that on the daily touched, daily touch. Let me see what's happening on that weekly again. Okay, the weekly has pretty much completed the story. So the daily came back for, we had like an expansion here. Okay, this place. And then we now had what? We now had some liquidity build up here. So price came to do what? To sweep the liquidity, touch the expansion line, and then it went up. So we now have the license to go to 4 hours, Abi, to check what price did. So you see that price gave us what? Gave us line chart expansion 2 times. So that is a sign that we may buy, right? So, but we cannot just enter buy now. So we have we have on your mark, you have get sets. We have on your marks now. So the get set is what? For price to come into a discounted zone or a cheaper price, anywhere from this 50. Now you see this is my other block that I drew here. So anywhere from here is a place that we can look to buy. Is that okay, DJ Flow? Is he there?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay,
Thank you,
Felix,
sir. Good
it's not being
weekend,
a
sir.
way to lose money. Let's calm down. Let's
Thank
calm
you.
down. Let's calm down.
Yes,
All right. So
honestly,
that's that from me for currencies. Okay. So that's that for GJ and all the rest.
I appreciate you, sir.
Let's all right, sir. Let's see Syntax. How many people entered that Flip X for? I know say now only Oluti. I know Oluti is our main synthetics person for here. Um, so you see, I'm going to be very transparent to show you that we also took a loss on Flip X1. Let me start with the loss because it's not always. You see this loss that we took here, you see, is a very good loss. Let me tell you, it's a very good loss because the rule that we want to be, the rules that we follow, they were met, right? So while waiting for the expansion here, price to come back here and then go. See, this place was like liquidity. On the weekly time frame now, I saw something on the weekly time frame. So if it was daily, I would have just said, okay. But this one was weekly. Weekly gave us a sweep here. And then the daily gave us what? Daily gave us an expansion on the line chart. If I go to line chart, you'll see it very clearly. See, can you see that this place was lower than this place? So that was a very good sign for sales. And then the H4 was supposed to be the entry time frame now. So you see, H4 gave us a very proper order block, had fair value there, everything was intact. And then you see, price was rejecting to show you that that place was supposed to be a nice zone. Price was trying to reject. There was another engulfing here, but all at the end of the day, the price went haywire. Now, this is just a sign to show you that no matter how perfect you analyze the market, you are going to have losses. Okay, so this is just to show us that there is no perfect trade. Anybody that is parading 100% win rates in your face, person is lying to you. Let me just tell you the humble truth. Person is lying to you. Okay, so you see, this was a very good trade. So everything happened, everything aligned, but the trade did not go well. There's nothing we can do about it. There's nothing we can do about it. We accept the loss because we already predetermine our risk on that trade. Is that okay? So there's nothing there to worry. So as a way to cover up for this loss, we did a very good analysis on Flip X4 that has played out very well. Can you see? As a way to cover up that loss, we did a very good analysis on Flip X4 that's covered up that loss. So you see, I have secured the trade. I've secured my trade. So if you're not, you're even secured your own, this pullback was probably reduce your profit. So you see, where were we? You see, the same thing we did for Flip X1 is what we are still going to do for Flip X. So Flip X1 fail, Flip X4 wins. So you see that you can lose -1R on Flip X1, and then you come back to win +2 +3R on Flip X4. So you see, that is the beauty of the whole thing. Okay, that's the beauty of the whole thing. So where did I take my analysis from on this guy? I think the weekly. So weekly was here. For people that missed the analysis, let me do it again for you. We had a weekly key level here. We had a weekly key level. When we joined the November program, I'll tell you the difference between the key level and expansion. They are different. They are like their differences. Okay. So when price came back to this place, what happened? Price did what? On the daily time frame now, price expanded a couple of times. So that was a sign that anyhow we should catch some buy opportunities. So this low, you see that this low here was supposed to be a protected low because price swept some liquidity here before buying. So this low was a protected low. So it becomes a major low for me. But what did price do? Price came and swept that major low and closed with a wick. That was another sign that we're going to go up. Are we together? You know, when we take a major low with a wick like this, that's a sign that we're going to go up. So this was my third or fourth confluence. Now let me see. This was the first confluence, the key level, the expansion was the second one. Okay, this was the third one. Okay, so we took a major low with a wick. I said, nice. This is interesting for me. So I went to the 4 hours time frame. 4 hours time frame also upon taking this low, 4 hours time frame did what? 4 hours time frame gave us a brand new expansion on the line chart. Look at it. See at how it looks on the line chart. Can you see that? So that was a sign. So does 1 hour now give you entry opportunity? I think it didn't enter from 1 hour, I think from 2. Let me see if I remember my it was 2 hours. So you see, this place, I like to use lines, but it's the same thing as shaded areas. This place now was a key level. That price was going to come back to touch. See how price played with here, played with here, played with here. It now took this place. When he took that place, he left behind what? Imbalance. And then I said 2 things at the beginning of the call. That price wants to do what? Wants to take liquidity and it wants to do what? It wants to attack liquidity and wants to do what? And wants to fill imbalances. Abi, I said that, right? You see that there was imbalance here and there was what? There was liquidity here. So when price just touches, price no get time to price just wants to fly. And that's exactly why this trade price did not even interact, it just went up. Is that okay? So normally, like I said, as at this high, you should already secure something. Secure something, take some money in the bag. If you have not already done that, you should do that because there is a pullback now. Let me see. The pullback can probably just come for something like this and then go back. Is that okay? So you see the way we built our. Oh, sorry about that. That is from me. Okay. So you see the way we built our analysis from the weekly time frame, and we're able to now enter on the 1 hour time frame. And you see, if you do it well, if you do it right, momentum will kick in. So that is why even if it's 1 hour time frame, it will play out very quickly. So you see, when those two things happen, when the liquidity is taken, imbalance is filled, the market just does what it's supposed to do. So that was how this trade came about. But this trade is the final TP is 3R, but please, this is already a win trade. Already a win trade. We have had trades like this on synthetics, FX Vol 40. I think there was a Flip X2 sell. Is it Flip X2 sell sometime? So like I said, take what we do here very seriously. Okay, take what we do here very, very seriously. So Vol 20 is still playing around. It's not yet ready. It gave a fake expansion here. It gave a fake expansion here to do what? To do this. Can you see? So you see why it's very good to look for confirmations first while you take trades. So now that price has flipped around, there's a tendency that he wants to buy. See something? Let me show you something. This was what's it called? A consolidation. So we know that when price sweeps consolidation lows and does the high again, so he wants to do what? He wants to continue buying. So that's what I'm seeing here. But we know we'll rush enter the buy here too. Let me see what one is saying. Let me see. If I can get something, you know what I like to see. If I can get that, I will buy. You know why I want that? Because we are still, anyhow you want to look at it, we are still in a very strong, we're still in a very strong supply zone. So you need to respect it. We're still in a very, you need to regard it. We're still in a very strong supply. So I'll not just go and press buy or sell. So, buy. So let us see how, price really plays around that place before we go on. Okay. So that is that. And I don't think there's any other thing. Okay. There isn't any other thing. I'm still here. I'm still waiting here for this brother. Sorry. I'm still waiting here for this brother to come. So, all right. So that is that for me. I don't have anything else for synthetics for now. Check. Yeah, I don't have anything. I'm waiting for retracements on most of these synthetic indices. I'm waiting for retracements from my POI. Let me check 5. 5 is consolidating here, but this is where I want 5 to go. All right. So that is that. That is that. So there's no problem. Let's go ahead and have a lovely week, and then I wish us a very good weekend. I greet you, Mr. Bashir, Ms. Bridget, Chidebere, Daily Pips, Daniel James, Oga Henry, Infinix user, Mr. Kende, Mr. Jerry, Mr. Femi, Mr. Oluti, and Mr. Richards. I greet everybody once again, very, very specially. And thank you very much, Mr. Henry. I'm seeing what says, God bless you, sir. So let's go ahead and have a lovely day, lovely weekend, and I wish just try to rest though. Try to rest this weekend, and then of course we keep grinding. God will definitely butter our bread. So have a nice day, and goodbye.